Hi, my name is Mike Killeen. I'm the lead pastor here at Oceanside First Presbyterian Church, and I'm excited that you and your family are going to take part in this amazing preschool that we have here at Oceanside First Presbyterian Church. I want to invite you into the rest of this church family, because it's not just a preschool that you become a part of, it's actually you become part of a greater church family, and we are here to love, support, and connect you and help you become the best possible version of your family you possibly can be. As you step into this world at Oceanside First Presbyterian Church, know that you are loved and your children are loved. And it's a love that meets you wherever you're at. We don't expect perfection in our children, and we certainly don't expect perfection in our families. This is a church and a church family where grace leads. We believe that we are called to reach the world with the grace of God, to teach the world with the truth of God, and to serve the world with the love of God. And what that means really basically is that we know that we're not perfect, and we don't expect you to be perfect. We know that your kids aren't perfect, and we don't expect them to be perfect. We do want you to encounter the grace of God, the truth of God, and the love of God. If you're interested in being part of this church family, more than just part of the preschool family, we'd love to see you on any given Sunday morning at 9 o'clock or at 10:30. Those are online services currently. And you can also join us with your kids for our Grace on the Grass service at 10 o'clock out on our lawn. It's kid-friendly, social distance. It's going to be a great time. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the orientation. Julie and Candelora are going to take care of you the rest of the way. My name is Pastor Mike. Just as I said, you not only get an amazing preschool when you become part of this preschool, but you get a whole church family that is praying for you, lifting you up, and wanting you to succeed in every part of your relationship and your marriage. You'll hear more from me throughout the year. God bless you, and I can't wait to get to meet you in person.
Hi, welcome to First Presbyterian Preschool. Guess what? 50 years. This is our 50th anniversary. It's also the first time I've ever done orientation online. So we'll see. It might go well, maybe it won't, but hopefully you'll get some information that's important. One of the things that I want you all to know is every one of us is excited to have you and have your child here with us. We've got a huge staff, and they're very important. And one of the most important people would be Candelora Weisner, our assistant director. And you're gonna get the chance to meet Candy.
Hi, I'm Candelora Weisner. I'm also known as Miss Candy. I'm the assistant director here at First Presbyterian Preschool. We may have met if you had a tour with me earlier this year. I'm also the one you'll be seeing when I need your child's paperwork and also when tuition is due. If you have any questions, please come on into the office or call or email. My door is always open. Thank you.
I want you to know something Dr. Seuss has written, because it's really important when you think of your child. Children want the same thing we want: to laugh, to be challenged, to be entertained, and to be delighted. That is our first goal. So each week, one of the things your child's going to enjoy here at school is music. And Mrs. Bird is our music teacher. And we take time with the kids to give them a little opportunity for music outside of the normal classroom setting. Besides music, the teachers here are all so experienced and have been here quite a long time. In fact, if you add up all the years that our staff has been here and their experience, over 200 years. Can you imagine? It's a lot of smarts going on. As you bring your child to school, one of the things I always stress is to remember something as a child that you might have had, and that is do-overs. Sometimes we just need to do something over and over and over until we get it right. Hopefully as an adult, you've learned to only do it over once. But as a child, we like to give them a lot more opportunity. As you bring your child to school, you may have a child that wants to be in your arms as you walk down the hallway. I encourage you to hold your child's hand, walk them down the hallway. Holding a child says, I'm here to protect you. We want your child to be confident. We want them to feel your sense of surety in bringing them down the hall for school. Separation. Is your child going to cry? I don't know. Do you think a preschool teacher has ever had a child cry when the parents drop them off? They have. We're used to it, so please give your child a big hug and go on around the corner, come up to the office with Candy and I and hide if you need to. We'll check on your child. But separation is something easy, something that happens 2 months into school, or you may have some trouble the first day. But we're here to help you. Please come see us if you are worried about your child crying or separating from you. One of my favorite topics, especially this year, is resiliency. We live in a world right now where we need to be tough. We need to try and get through things that are difficult. Now, you may think that's an adult thing. It's a child thing too. For a child, it might be the fact that the fire truck they want to play with is in somebody else's hand. It's pretty disappointing when you want something and you don't get it. We work with children on learning patience, learning that things do change and things you want do happen. They just don't always happen immediately. We have a lot of video games out. Everybody gets to be a winner. The bells and the whistles go off and we get gratification really quick. Right now, with all of this going on in our world, we have to learn to be patient and we have to learn that the gratification is moving a little slow. So helping children start at a young age to be patient, to find ways to work with their friends is what we hope to achieve. Class lists will be posted in the doorway, so you'll get an idea of what friends your child are making. You will also see class plans. So when you get in the car at the end of the day and you say, Joey, what did you do at school today? Joey's probably gonna say, huh? Nothing. Joey hasn't learned his friends' names. Joey hasn't maybe learned some of the vocabulary of activities. So the plan sheet for you is your cheat sheet. You get to say, Joey, did you paint with watercolors today? And Joey might just say, yeah, how did you know? So find ways to connect with your child. Asking him, what did you do? Might not be a great conversation. We also have a playground motto here at First Pres, dress for success. Closed-toed shoes for the bikes. Clothes that grandma did not buy at Nordstrom's would be preferred. Go to Target, buy him something inexpensive, something you don't care if paint gets on it or mud gets on it. Oh, and speaking of mud, we buy lots of mud here. So be prepared. Bring a change of clothes for your child in a plastic Ziploc bag. They will get muddy, they will get dirty. If they come home clean, we're not doing our job. So again, if you have any questions about dirt and mud, come see us up in the office and we'll talk more about that. There is time out that may happen in your house. There's time in here. If a child is making choices that are not the best for their friends or for their grouping, then we try to get them into a situation where they can be successful. Maybe the block building isn't going well. Let's get that child to paint for a while. The painting might not be going well. Let's go over to the writing table and do some drawing. Let's go over to the blocks. Let's go over to the Play-Doh. We will move children around if they're having difficulties. We do not put children in time out. We want to do time in. Every child should learn to be successful and not stopped in the middle of a learning time. You might want to know too about academics. Everything we do is under the California Early Childhood Foundations. So we are preparing your child for kindergarten. We are not preparing kindergartners. So they will get exposure to letters, they will get exposure to math, they will get exposure to science. All of this is the beginning stage, so when they do get into elementary school, they are ready for it. I think the last thing I want to share with you is something very dear to me. As adults, you may have heard what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, it's the same motto here. We won't believe anything your child says about you if you don't believe anything they say about school. Kids have a way of sharing things that it's usually missing a lot of information. It may have been Susie was really mean to me today. So when a parent comes to me and says, there's a child named Susie who's very mean to my child, I usually find out that Susie wouldn't play. So you, as a parent, are going to be our best friends. Whenever you have a question, let's talk, let's figure out the story. It may have not happened in Vegas.